so cute. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the SRNA and I'm back with another video. This is the first video I have filmed in, oh my god, like 6 months. Probably. Pause. Let me check. Actually, yeah, I think this is the first video. I filmed the video I think in September, but I never got a chance to edit it. But this is the first video I've actually filmed and uploaded because I plan on uploading it today in a very long time. So the last video that I posted, I think it might have been a vlog. Let's look. Yeah, it was a life update. Oh wow, it was over a year ago. Oh my god, I cannot believe it's been a year since I posted anything. I am so embarrassed. But this is the first video of the year, so I'm excited to catch up with y'all. So let's go ahead and cue the intro. Alright y'all, so it is 2022. I graduate this year. It is wild. Like, I'm so excited that I'm graduating this year. I have a current countdown, 118 days till I'm done with clinicals, and then you add on about 20 days to that and I graduate. So I graduate in roughly 40 days and I'm done with clinicals in 118 days and counting. So I am super, super excited. There's so much to catch y'all up on. So let's go ahead and start with the spring semester. We'll talk about clinicals, class, what I've been doing, updates, and then everything as far as like what's upcoming for this year, as far as my job search, moving, life, all of that. So grab yourself a snack because this video is probably going to be 45 minutes. Like, it's going to be long, but I'm going to try and just get out everything because I literally do not know when I'm going to film another video again, but I'm hoping that I can just keep up with it this year. Especially say that I'm graduating this year, but I definitely want to just like stay on top of filming and letting y'all in and all of that. So let's go ahead and talk about this spring semester. So I have to refer to my phone a lot because I don't remember like all the classes that I took. So the fall semester of not last year, but I guess I filmed this in 2020. So that was my last anesthesia semester as far as like classes and stuff like that. So spring semester of 2021 started off with me doing DNP coursework. So working on my DNP project, I had a lot of like papers, writing, and then obviously I was still in clinicals this whole time. I do want to kind of add a little tidbit with clinicals. I will talk about that, but I do want to add a little bit of a tidbit as far as clinicals. For my program that I go to, we don't have a break. We have a 1-week break that we're assigned in May, but I saved mine, and that's the only break that we have. So any break from school, as far as like a summer break, a spring break, a winter break, we're still in clinicals. I do have to say that is not the same for every single program because I do know there are a few SRNAs that I know that actually have a break and they're off from clinicals throughout their break. I know Khadijah's out from her clinicals. PJ's what program that he goes to, he's out from clinicals. However, my school, we still have clinicals even though we're off a break for school. So I just kind of want to add that in. So throughout all these semesters, we're still going to clinicals. But depending on whatever site you're at, you'll have either 4 days or 3 days of clinicals. So just kind of keep that in mind. However, so yeah, spring semester, it was just a lot of busy work, like a ton of busy work. Honestly, that's kind of annoying, but a ton of busy work. Summer semester, I decided, in addition to the summer classes that were already assigned, to lighten my load for the fall semester of 2021. I was going to add on 2 classes to just help with fall. So I can just really focus on anesthesia and apex and clinicals and not have to be stressed out with like trying to get extra clinical hours in one of my classes. So I took 3 classes that semester. or we're assigned to 3 classes that semester. Give me a second. The summer of 2022, yeah, so we were assigned, I had a policy class, a leadership class, a DNP project class, and then like another practicum leadership class. So I added on 2 classes that required 90 hours of clinicals in an 8-week period. And I was advised by like these seniors that had just graduated that it's best to take it in the summer, because even though it seems like a lot of clinical hours, it's so much easier as far as like workload when you get to your fall semester. And I'm so glad that I did, because I was able to really just focus on my fall semester. I only had like an anesthesia class that was like board prep, and that was pretty much it in my DNP class. So throughout this time, each semester we're taking DNP classes. We're taking a practicum class for anesthesia, which is just our clinicals. Kind of similar to, I don't know if you remember in nursing school, there's always a practicum class, which does your clinical hours. That's kind of what we were doing, and so on and so forth. So that wasn't like, in the beginning of the semester, I remember being so overwhelmed because I also started at a different clinical site, which I'll talk about in the clinical portion, and I was going 4 days a week, and it was outside of my norm because I was used to going 3 days a week at my main clinical site. So it gave me a lot of anxiety in the first week because I was gonna have to like miss classes and stuff just for me to like juggle it all. I just remember just feeling anxious. Like I was so overwhelmed. I was anxious. I was like, I think I might fail this. But 8 weeks went by and I hustled through everything, and I was very proud of myself because despite how I was feeling in the beginning semester, I finished strong, and literally that was like my last like BS DNP class I had to take, which I was really happy about. Fall semester, which is this past fall, I had a lot of stuff in my personal life that was just like severely stressful and overwhelming, and I honestly did not know if I was gonna like make it through the semester. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I just like did not know if I was gonna make it because there was so much going on in my personal life that I just was like very overwhelmed with like trying to juggle everything. But I knew like I didn't want to like put a hold on school. That was like not an option for me, but I was just like, I'm gonna finish this. I definitely have to shout out like my support system, my friends that really just like supported me and was just like, we're making this through together. So shout out to y'all, because y'all are real ones right there. Like y'all helped me through the semester so much. So this semester was just really board prep. We are back in an anesthesia-like class, but it's really just for us to focus on APEX. We have weekly APEX quizzes. We have weekly modules that we have to do, which is per APEX, and then we have like a final exam at the end. So I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just like I wish I would have like started a lot earlier, because I just felt like throughout the weeks it was just like so much information to go through, and I was trying to like juggle the workbook and trying to figure out like what's the best way to study for the quizzes every single week. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but my plan for next semester, because we split APEX in half, so we did half this semester and half for the spring, so technically we'll be going all through APEX before we graduate. My plan is to just get started on it now, and that way when I start this semester, it would be like my second or third time reviewing the material. It's not going to be brand new to me. So that's what I plan on doing. So just trying to figure out how to really like navigate that class was very weird and different, but I was fine. One thing I do have to say that I appreciated, did we have this last semester? I think we did. Between like summer and fall semester, is that they incorporated sim. We have an amazing simulation department at my school, and it was just nice to be able to just, even though we only were assigned 1 day to go and do a simulation, I can't remember what I had last year or last semester, but it was like a scenario based sim, and it was just nice to like get your hands on and like learn different things. And like some people that you're paired up with in SIM, you're not at the same clinical site, so it was nice to be able to like see what they do and see what they learned and kind of pick up little tips and stuff like that. I really do appreciate that because, you know, everybody learns something different. Everyone doesn't work with the same people, and we're all at different clinical sites. So it's just nice to be able to like see how much we've grown as students and providers, and just like I'm excited to see like our progress in these next like 4 months. So let's talk about clinicals. Oh, actually, let me just pause right quick. So this upcoming semester is my last semester. I start in 3 weeks, which I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe it's my last semester. Like, it just seems so surreal that it's my last semester because I remember when I started. Like, I remember when I started this. You can like go back and like see when I started all of this, and it's just crazy that it's my last semester, y'all. Like, legit, it's my last semester, and it's crazy to think that like in 4 to 5 months I would be done with school. Like, fucking wild. But this semester I am presenting my DNP projects, which I need to really work on. I need to work on that. I have a professional anesthesia class, have no idea what that is, and then we're doing that Apex class, and then we have practicum, which is our clinicals. And that's it. Like, that is it. I know this semester is going to be super busy because, you know, with graduation and trying to figure all that out and making sure we have everything ready for graduation and boards, and like submitting everything to the NBCRNA. I just know it's going to be busy as far as like paperwork and stuff. But I'm just ready to like get this semester done and over with. Like, I think I'm just ready for it to start. I'm actually ready to get the syllabus. Like, I just want to get the syllabus so I can see what I got to do and be like, okay, take it 1 day at a time or 1 week at a time, and let's just truck all the way through. Like, I'm so ready to be done and just like move on. I think I had just started clinicals the last time I filmed, so I'm 1.5 years into clinicals. So I think after this video, I started rotating out, or like I started my specialty months. So let me just talk about clinicals for a little bit. So the COA, which is the, I don't know this credentials yet, or the meeting, I'll just put it right here. They are in charge of our clinical hours, what we're supposed to be getting. We have required numbers for what we need to get in order for us to graduate, basically. So we have like requirement for a total number of clinical hours, total number of intubations, lines, specialties. I mean specialties, I mean like OB, peds, trauma, spinals, epidurals, etc., etc. So there are required numbers that we're supposed to be getting in order for us to graduate. And they're in charge of that. So we have rotating specialties, or you get rotated out depending on your site. Luckily, the site that I'm at, I'm able to get pretty much all of my numbers there, which is very, very nice, which I have gotten the majority of my numbers, which I will talk about what I need at the end of this little segment. But so I started rotating. I started my specialty shifts around November, December. So I started out in ortho, and that's just doing knees, hips, any like X-fixes, broken bones, anything like that. That's what I did. Really got my hands on a lot of peripheral nerve blocks, spinals. Some cases will be generals, like any hardware removal, anything like that. I did that for a whole month. After I got rotated out, after I finished that month, I went to OB for 2 months. I love OB. Love it, love it, love it. I want to do OB when I graduate. I absolutely fell in love. It was amazing. I cannot express to you how much I love. Like, it literally is like my calling. Alright, and so after OB, I did, I don't remember the order, but vascular, and then I did, what did I do after that? I think I did just vascular and thoracic. I think that's what it was. And then I got rotated out. So I got rotated out to a brand new site. for the summer semesters to June and July. I was not my favorite. I'll just put it at that. It wasn't my favorite rotation. It was like a lot of drama with the site and the like amongst the staff. I just felt like it was a very toxic place to be, and it just gave me a glimpse of like a place I do not want to work at. I appreciated like the independence in a way that the CRNAs did have, but as far as like the toxic gossiping energy that this site had, I would not work there, period, point blank. Just wasn't a good site for a brand new student, and there were some like racial things that I dealt with that I was just like, it's a no for me. So I came back to my original site back in August, and what did I do? Don't know what I started out doing, but I think I did general. I don't remember. I think by this time I had majority of my numbers except for like my big cases, and I think I did like a few heart cases. Peds. That's right. I did peds, and I actually do like peds a lot. We have amazing pediatric MDAs where I'm at, and they're amazing. Like, I would have them take care of my kid. Like, they are amazing. Learned so much from them. They're great providers. And then in October, the good thing about my site is that they have multiple sites in their system, and they also have a surgery center. So I like requested that I wanted to go to the surgery center because I think it would be cool just to see like that side of things, a different environment. And granted, this is my main site, and I was considering working here, so I was like, I would like to kind of see like what your other sites offer. Because I know one of their other hospital sites or sister hospitals do a lot of upper extremity blocks, which we don't get much experience here at my main site. So I was like, well, I wanted to go and kind of get my hands on that. So in October, I went to the surgery center, which was amazing. It was such a great experience. Like, I want to go back. They do things so differently than being in the hospital, but it's so good to see something different and learn different ways of just doing anesthesia. Like, I picked up really good tips from being there. I had my hands on a lot of peds patients. So just like, it's good to just see that over and over again, just get your hands on it. I love that. Then I got rotated out to their other sister site, which is another hospital. They had like a surgery center in their hospital. So like, did surgery center in the morning, and I would come over to the main OR. That was nice because they operate their SRNAs to pretty much run the room. Especially when you're a senior, you're like running the room. So like, no one's in there babysitting you, whatever. They expect you to kind of like run your case, do it the way you want to, and just kind of let them know when they're like finishing, extubating, all of that. That was such a good experience, just to like have your hands on some like independence, and it gives you a sense of like ownership. I feel like yes, when you're with somebody, you do have a sense of ownership, but I think when you're left alone in the room, it's like, okay, what are some things that I absolutely need to have or know where they are in case of an emergency? So, and I also picked that up as well being in a surgery center. So it was just like, okay, I want to keep my space really clean. I don't want to have a bunch of stuff on here. I just want what I'm using for this case. Like, I'm going to always have a stylated blade, a stylated tube, and my handle blade already on in the top drawer. Like, things like that. Where's my bougie? Where are my emergency drugs? Where's everything that I need in case of an emergency? Like, do I know who to call in case of an emergency? Like, these are the things that you start to think about when you're by yourself in the room. And I think it's very, very helpful as a senior student getting ready to graduate. Like, I don't want the first time I'm being left alone in a room after I graduate. Like, I should be left alone in my room, like, now. 4 months out, I'm going to be done with school. I need to be able to run this room by myself. Like, I need to be able to control this room and do what I need to do by myself. And that's something that I have appreciated with being rotated out to these sister sites, because I really feel like I've gained an independence of just like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need you to listen to me, command attention, things like that. And I think it's just so much appreciated. So then I got rotated out to, so that was November, December, January, which is right now. I got rotated out to another hospital. The way that it works is supposed to be my trauma rotation. So although I already have all of my trauma numbers, they still wanted me to come here, which is fine because I will take this opportunity to try to get some lines while I'm here. Just try to get more intubations because I think I need like 15 more intubations before I reach like the required numbers. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to just like do that, and everyone has said, like all of my classmates have said this is a really good, like trauma was their favorite. The main OR was a hit or miss for me. I do have to say it is interesting to come here and see what the practice model is like, because that's something else that you'll notice at different clinical sites. Is Maryland, not so much, because they don't really have a true independent CRNA only practice. But if you are going to interviewing at schools and things like that, you definitely want to see what their practice model is and what type of models they have. If it's ACT, medically directed, medical supervised, independent, if independent practice somewhere that you want to be, you definitely want to see what type of clinical sites they offer so you can get a feel for all of those different sites. For me, they don't have an independent site here. They do have CRNA. They do have CRNAs and models where they're kind of independent, but not really. Not a true like CRNA only or a true independent practice site. But it's interesting to go to this hospital that I'm at now because they are medically, I think they're medically supervised here. And it's interesting because I can definitely see why I don't want to work here. It's just, and they literally strip their CRNAs of all of their skills. So they don't do OB, they don't do peds, they don't do cardiac. Yes, they have big cases, but that's not the end all be all. I think you can do a big case. I think your skill, I personally feel like I don't want to lose my skills. I would prefer to be an OB and peds and kind of keep that up, do regional and stuff. Like they don't do that. They have residents that do all of that. So, it also depends on what you want and what you're looking for. For me, that's not what I want. That's not a type of model that I want to work in. I want to be able to make my own decisions. And, I got into this because I want to have that autonomy, I don't want that stripped away from me. So that's something that is important to me. And yeah, that's not what I want. It's interesting to see the model here. Very, very interesting. But, I've learned, some good tips from some CRNAs, and I'm excited to go to trauma next month, or I should say this month since it's January. I started on Monday, so I'm excited to see, trauma and get my hands on different things and just see like cool things. I want to keep my mind open, but I am definitely ready to get back to my main site because I miss having those like sick patients, and I do miss like the people that I work with and all of that. I can pick people's brains and they know me, and I just miss like all of those things. I'm like ready to get back to my main site for sure. And I finish out my main site till I graduate. So yeah, I really have honestly enjoyed clinicals. I definitely want to just keep growing and learning, really pushing myself to just learn more and do more so I can be a well-rounded provider. Do I have a job? So the answer is no, I do not have a job. I'm currently looking. I have decided that I don't want to stay here in Maryland. I absolutely hate it here. So I'm actually looking to move. I may go to Texas. I may go up north. I'm just not sure. I'm really looking. I know that I'm not going to find the perfect job, but there's some jobs that I have been interested in, and I've gotten like advice from like CRNAs that I trust that like have really like given me some great perspective. Some of the things that I'm really looking for is I want to be independent. Like I want to have the autonomy. I want to be independent. Like I went to school to become an independent provider and have that autonomy. I don't want that taken away from me. So I want to be an independent provider. That is important to me. I want to work somewhere that will allow me to do OB because that is very important to me. I value that more than anything, so I don't want to not be able to do OB. I definitely want to be able to still do OB wherever I go. So that's definitely important. I know that whatever job I take, I'm gonna have to take call. I think I've already like accepted the fact that like I'm gonna have to take call wherever I go. Like that's gonna be a given fact. It's just kind of deciding how much call I want to take and if I can take call from home, because there are some jobs that will allow you to take call from home and you just have to live, you know, 20 or 30 minutes out from the actual hospital. So that's something that is important to me. And truth be told, pay is important to me as well. Like I went to school, I have this debt, I want to be able to make good money coming out of school, so that's what I want. So those are the things that I'm looking for. You know, they always say that whatever job you're you're looking at location, money, and autonomy. You're not going to find all three, so you have to give up one, and I'm willing to give up location. I'm willing to give up location to get the other two that I really, really want. Like that's my goal. I'm willing to give up location. So I know the job that I want is out there for me. It does give me a little anxiety that I haven't quite found it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna take my time, and not too much time, but I am going to find the job that I want. I know like your job, the first job that you get is not going to be the job that you're there forever. I get all of that, but I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep looking. It is the first of the year, so I'm like, I graduated in 4 months, so I'm gonna find exactly what I'm looking for in due time. I just have to find it. Boards. So yes, we are currently board prepping, getting prepared for boards. I would like to take my boards as soon as I graduate, like ASAP, so I can like vacation and shake my ass on the beach somewhere, like, and not have to worry about boards. So I still have the C's to take, which is like a self-examination. I don't remember what it's called, which we are required to take before we graduate, and my school requires us to get a 440 before we graduate. So I plan on taking that by the end of this month, early next month, because I do have my vacation week then. So I plan on taking that. Yeah, and then honestly, once I like take that, because I would have used Apex to study for it, I will just like continue to board prep hard for the next 4 months. Like I plan on studying for boards all the way through. Yeah, so I believe I've highlighted everything that has been going on. If you follow me on Instagram, which I'm currently taking a break from Instagram, I decided that I wanted to take like a month break. Let's see how long this lasts, but yeah, I want to take a break from Instagram. I just like want to clear my mind and just do other shit and not have to be so constantly on my phone. But if you follow me on Instagram, I have done a few like Q&As. I know a lot of people have asked me about like studying, like in CRNA school, being a mom in CRNA school, which I guess I can touch on that. So my daughter is now 2.5 years old. I know that y'all remember her from like when she was a baby. She's 2.5. Her birthday is in April, so she'll be 3, which is wild. I can't believe I have a whole 3-year-old out here. I have like posted a couple of pictures of her on my story. I might just insert a little picture here that I recently posted. But she is doing very well. She is literally living her best life. She is in her terrible twos, so please pray for me, y'all, because it is rough out here. Like, it is rough out here for parents that have 2 and 3-year-olds. Like, it's rough. So, but yeah, she's doing really, really well. She is growing and she's smart. She's just like a mini, I guess she's a mini me, but you know, she is who she is. But it's been nice and enjoyable to honestly see her grow these last 2 years. I mean, like, I've been home with her majority of the time, and I know that, like, when I do have my next kid, which I'm not pregnant, no. But when I do have my next kid in the future, if I decide to have one, but you know, I'm gonna miss this time. Like, I spent every single day with her for the first year, and I know I'm not gonna get that with my like subsequent kids. So it's like, it's been nice to be able to like spend that time with her, because I know I'm probably not gonna get that with like the next few kids that I have, if I decide to have any more kids, child. But yes, if I decide to have any more kids, yeah, that's going to be something that I will always cherish with her, is the fact that like I was able to spend this time with her. If I'm coming back to YouTube, which I'm not going to make any promises right now, just because I know these next 4 months are quite busy, but I do want to come back and film and vlog. I just need to see like how my schedule is going to be. I definitely do miss filming. This is like really nice to be able to do this, because I haven't done it in so long. I'm gonna stay up tonight and like edit this video and hopefully get it back up to y'all in the morning. Is actually January 1st, so like please hold me to the fact that I am planning on like doing this. But yeah, I mean, I do miss filming. If anyone wants to edit my videos, shout out to, like, please email your girl, because I would greatly appreciate somebody editing my videos, because I actually did film in September and I never edited it because I never had time. So I definitely just wanted to be able to share, I wanted to just be able to share my journey, but I know it's just been rough this last year. It's just been so busy. I didn't want to like get behind by stopping what I'm doing and filming. So I do apologize, but honestly, I'm trying to decide on what direction I want to go after I get done with school. You know, it'd be nice to even, you know, let me know if you're interested in like how I decide to like find a job, what ways I'm using to find a job. I could do a video about that, you know, seeing that I'm currently still looking, and like what things I'm considering and what I'm looking for in a practice and stuff like that. What I read in job posts, and I'm kind of like, what does that mean? So maybe I'll do a video. Like, comment down below if you'll be interested in like a video where I kind of discuss, you know, the different jobs, how I plan on finding a job, what I look out for, and things like that. I'm down to do a video like that, because I don't think anyone really has a video. If someone does, they're not a person of color. No shade, but they're not. So I mean, I'm just saying. So yeah, I'll probably do a video, but if you're interested, I can totally do a video about that. But yeah, I was just talking to like one of my CRNA friends that graduated about 1.5 years ago, and I'm just like, I don't know what direction I want to take, you know, my channel or like Instagram, like this whole influencer thing. I don't even consider myself an influencer after I graduate, because I know people are interested in the CRNA videos, and I think it's just, I see so many like influencers, CRNAs on Instagram, and I'm just like, I don't really want to do the same shit that they're doing, like, and then what they're doing is not me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Like, just, it's not me. So I definitely want to like share different things, but I'm like, do I really want to take it to the extent of like how these people are doing it? Not really. But we'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm just real as fuck. Like, to be honest, I cuss all the time, like, and I'm not gonna censor myself for anybody. I'm just gonna keep it real. Just saying. So, and some people just don't take kindly to that. So I just don't know. We're gonna just play it by ear. And if people are really liking my content, then it is what it is. I'm a black girl that cusses and is soon to be a CRNA. Like, that's all. That's what you're gonna get. It's been fun. Like, I cannot believe I have not filmed this long. I actually have not. I just cannot believe it's been a year. I really cannot believe it's been a year since I filmed. That's just wild. I let so much time go by and just did not realize it. But thank you so much for watching. But no, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all in a future video. Bye, y'all.